$1,500 World Series of Poker Pot Limit Omaha event. I love Pot Limit Omaha because there's a lot more possibilities. People aren't as well established in this game. A lot more different situations that aren't as common in No Limit. Bluffing with blockers is much more relevant. And of course, avoid set over set. You know the keys to success in Pot Limit Omaha. Starting hand selection is very important. Do not play hangers. Ace, Jack, 9, 6, not a good hand. 7, 4, 3 deuce. Looks like you got a rundown, but it's a horrible hand. It's Pot Limit Omaha High. We're gonna play high cards and high pairs today. 10 levels, it's bag and tag around midnight.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15.
With blinds at 5,100, D Cindy limps under the gun. We're in middle position with King, Jack, Jack 10, King, Jack of clubs. We limp. PLO's acceptable limping game. We're gonna try to exude our edge post-flop and not getting big pre-flop raising wars. Button makes it 250, which is just a stupid raise. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Blinds fold. Original limper calls, so he doesn't have aces, and we call. The flop comes 8, 7, 5, 2 clubs. We got the nut draw to the 9 and second nut draw to the flush. D Cindy limper leads out 600. This flop does favor his under the gun limping range that he didn't repot. He has a lot of 10 high rundowns and stuff that crush this flop. We put in the call and the button folds. The turn is a 4, completing the 1 card straight. He leads out 1,500 again. He started the hand with about 6,000. We have our fresh 7,500 stack. I think our hand's still a little bit too strong to fold. Pair of jacks is pretty irrelevant now, but at least we have the nut straight draw and the second nut flush draw in position. Put in the call, and the river is a deuce of clubs. He looks disgusted and puts in the check. Question is, how much value can we get out of his straight non-flush hands? Usually I'd bet around 3,500, but we sized down to 2,500, hoping for a crying call. Maybe he thinks we're chopping. Or he might check raise bluff with the naked ace of clubs. Pretty unlikely. He tanks and puts in the fold. We're on first break. 8,000 chips. Chip down after some button clickers got us good. But we're going to stay focused and play small ball and exude our edge post-flop. That's the game plan. See you guys next break.
Excellent. It's pretty incredible.
With blinds at 100, 200, we're in the cutoff with ace, jack, 10, deuce, 3 spades, min raise to 400. Just the big blind defends. He's been very unlucky today. He's not won any pots, and he's down to 3,000 chips. The flop comes. King, queen, 9 with 2 spades. We flop the nuts with the nut redraw and the flush draw.
Holy shit.
He checks, we bet 600. He goes in the tank and shoves all in for pot. We put in the call, and he has king, queen, jack, 4. He's drawn slim. The turn is an 8, and the river is a 6. We eliminate a player, and we now have 8,000 chips. We're now in second break, getting a massage. And we'll be back in 2 hours. Talk to you guys soon.
you think that they were bluffing, and then they're like, I wasn't bluffing, you idiot, or I had this, da, da, da. So it just makes them like lose it where they are here, or like lose it. But still not a lock. So potatoes here. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for.
Do you have anything for a moment?
No. You have got to hurry.
I don't think I've ever been up here.
Really?
I'll get that steak.
Okay, sir.
Thanks. You're welcome.
The macaroni out of there.
Nice.
There's one a little bit. Turns off. Right there, gentlemen. You have some extra plates?
Yes.
Sure, no. I'll be right back.
That was a hospital.
Still fire. Something's burning.
It's burning.
Get back to the table in time to see the first hand after a great dinner at Voodoo Steakhouse, 25% off for locals. And I used all of my reward points from playing these tournaments to pay for my meal, so it tasted even better. Action folds to me in the small blind. I have 11,000 chips. The big blind has 6,175. For the last 4 hours, he's had horrible body odor. I just don't know what to say to these people anymore. I did not bring any deodorant with me. I'm not carrying a backpack. So I just have to endure intermittent sniffs of skunk-like emissions from his armpits. So, as a bonus, I'd really like to bust him. I limp. He raises to 11,075 chips. Pretty weird, but we make the call. The flop comes Jack 10-5, 2 diamonds. We have the nut flush draw and a Broadway draw, so hopefully we can check jam and get him to fold or get there. So we check, he bets 1,500, I make it 5,000, he puts in the call. He shows 8-8 king queen. So we got some outs, let's get there. The turn is an ace, and I think I have him beat for a second, but then I realize he made Broadway. River's a 3 of clubs, and he doubles up. Table has many comments saying what an interesting hand it was, how I got caged. Who are these people? And we now have 5,000 chips. With blinds at 300, 600, action folds to me in the low jack. I have king, king, queen, 5 double suited. I pot it to 2,100. Stinky white guy on my left says repot. I wanted to bust him earlier. Hopefully he'll double me up here. The blinds fold and we put in the call. We started the hand with 7,000 chips. He shows ace, 10, 8, 6 with 3 spades. The flop comes ace, jack, 5. The turn is a 4. And we do not hit a 10 for a straight on the river. We are eliminated from the pot limit Omaha 1,500 event. Time for the drive of shame. Sign up on ACR and raise your edge. I'm out.